Hello, everybody. NoukonNeko here to play some Genshin Impact today. And it's been a while since I've done something in Genshin Impact related that isn't about the Spiral Abyss. But yeah, the big focus today is on the new event that's been out for. Has it been half a week? It's either half a week or been a week already, but it's been sitting around. It's called Akitsu Kimoda Kim Kimodameshi, which is the test of courage, that you see in anime where people go in the forest. Yeah, so it's been sitting around and I've been needing to do it, even though I want to kind of, eventually do the main story stuff. Oh, hey, Shadow. It's been a long time since I've seen you. I'm doing pretty good so far. Doing much better than I was earlier this month when I had like some furball coughing issues. But yeah, so it's kind of nice to be go back to Genshin. It's kind of sad that I can't like just focus on main story, but the event has a time limit, so it's far better focused on that first. Then we'll continue doing main story after all the event stuff is out of the way. Okay, let's see. Okay. So another thing I probably should explain about this event is I kind of already started on already, so there might be some things that you guys might have missed. At least part one of the story. Let's see if I can actually show off what it is. Maybe not. I mean, there's still a lot of event to do, a lot of stories as well. But I did like the very first part of it because I heard there's some multiplayer that we could do in the event. We have yet to try it together. And I kind of want to rush to unlock that. That way we test things out. But I got to the part where I unlocked it. I just haven't actually tried it together because others weren't available during that time. But we did miss some of the story because of how much I did. I didn't realize I did that. There was that much story required before you unlock the multiplayer. So pretty much all you missed is started with the test of courage, went to the forest, and you had to pick somebody to follow with you while you're kind of like looking for dango milk. And I picked Ayaka for that part. Then you also found Raiden Shogun into the event as well. And a couple things happened. Ito's kind of trying to spice things up by trying to scare other people as well. There were 3 kids that were trying to scare, but scared us instead. Or scared each other. Because they had some masks on. And then there's this spooky girl that, I don't know, caused us to faint. So that's the gist of what you guys missed. Ito scaring people is so funny. Yeah, he's so silly. He's when you're trying to scare people, you're not supposed to be scared yourself. But okay. Let's see. Let's see where I need to go. I'm still trying to figure out my way with this event. I think that one is a mini event. There's a lot of things to do in this event. Maybe it's not those. Hold on. Not that. Not the tails. It's this one for sure. But where am I supposed to go? Okay, I see it. The arrow is all in the bottom right because Inazuma, that this event is taking place, and it's at the corner behind other icons. Okay. We're at the event area. And, the Shrine Ladies are kind of like the in charge of setting up this event. They're like the staff member. What is the sign? Oh, is that like a type of ghost that's part of the event? Oh, we're about to see.
Congratulations on winning the first round of the test of courage.
Yeah, because we found the dango milk.
Now you're one step closer to the dark, messy truth. But is that really a good thing? Ooh.
Hey, cut the nonsense! What we just saw was super terrifying!
Oh, really? Good to hear. Hearing the word super terrifying is exactly what all us event organizers would like to hear.
No, that's not what Paimon means! Something mysterious is also happening here, not just the event!
So what? You've heard the stories about the test of courage, haven't you? Everyone who participates in the event faces a variety of emotions. People are afraid of seeing their innermost fears appear before them, and yet they still seek the thrill of experiencing those fears. So, isn't it natural for us to have things in the dark and deathly silent forest to help fulfill that experience? Just like the grinning monster standing behind you right now, waiting for you to turn around.
Is Paimon actually gonna...
Really?
That took a while. Yeah, she's just messing with you.
I knew a little trick like that wouldn't be enough to scare you off. So, congrats on passing this test. The second round of the test of courage will begin shortly. Have you found your partner yet?
Huh? But don't we already have a partner from the last round?
Yes, your team's outstanding efforts certainly won you the last round. So it's understandable that you'd want to pair up with your previous partner. But unfortunately, you must find a different partner for each round of the event.
Oh, figures.
Don't have a partner by the time the next round begins. Then...
Yeah, Paimon already knows. If we don't have a partner in time, then we'll be disqualified. Let's ask around and see if there's anyone looking for a partner.
Oh. Toma, Sayu, or Yoyumiya. Ooh. Hot picks. But Yoyumiya is just right there. And she is Rin's voice actress of European and JP. So people are kind of like inserting Rin into Yoyumiya whenever they play this game. Yeah, let's go with Yoyumiya this time.
Hey, traveler. Paimon. I had a feeling you two would be here.
Oh, Yoimiya! You're here too?
Mm-hmm. I was also here for the first round, but I arrived a little early, so maybe that's why I didn't see you. By the way, I heard you were the winners. Impressive. I eventually found the hidden Dango milk too, but it was already too late.
I didn't realize it was a race.
Actually, Paimon still doesn't know how we managed to find it. Paimon was just hiding behind him the whole time, and somehow we won!
Traveler, you never told me you were so good at this sort of event. You were keeping it a secret, were you? Anyway, would you like to pair up with me? We'd be an amazing team. With us working together, the second round will be a piece of cake.
Yeah, let's go ahead and partner up with Yoyumiya.
Awesome! Don't worry, you'll see that being on my team is a blast. Now let's get out there and win this thing. We'll move faster than a firework shooting straight into the sky. It'll be like whoosh, and the round will be ours.
There was actually fireworks in the first round. I wonder what that was like Yoyumiya's work. Maybe that's Ito. Or was it part of it? I really doubt it's part of the event. I'm pretty sure it was part of Ito. But then again, he did say all he really did was just pop out of a corner and said boo. So maybe it's not him. It is part of the event. Anyways, we found our partner.
You appear to have found a partner. Let's see if you can repeat your luck from the first round. Though, whether winning should be considered good luck or not is debatable. Anyway, I will now reveal the item you'll be searching for in the second round of the test of courage. It's a fan.
Fan?
Fan? You mean like the thing we use to keep cool when it's hot out?
Correct. The fan was personally selected by the Yashiro Commissioner himself and has been placed somewhere in the Chinju Forest. There will be signs to guide the way, but beware. The darkness that lurks in the forest is drawing nearer. Remember, if you can't go on any further, you can always give up and live to see another day.
We'll never give up. Let's go!
You know, one thing I was wondering is whether what time of the year,
Let's go. We can't let anyone beat us to it.
what time of the year they actually normally do this in Japan. Is it a certain time of year, or do they do this any time? Because it almost feels like Halloween.
From above! Ah! Keep it away from Paimon!
Really? Let me see. Oh, it's an Oni Kabuto. And pretty strong ones from the looks of it.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
Hold on to them. They'll come in real handy for the next Oni Kabuto tournament.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, probably better if they're alive. They don't really seem to be moving that much. All we need to do is just follow these signs until we go to where we need to go.
That's strange. How did Paimon transform into a lavender melon?
Hey! Paimon's over here! That doesn't even look like Paimon!
Hmm? So what in the world is this? Hey, it's flying away! Don't go! Let me have a look at ya!
Didn't really move besides, like, just pop in and disappear, though. But okay. Okay. The here is definitely not here.
This isn't what we're looking for. Oh, and Paimon thought we had it too. Is it just Paimon? Or is there an eerie shadow over there?
Hmm?
Oh, you're right. That wasn't there when we arrived. There's clearly no one around, but there's a shadow on the ground. Oh, this is like a real Kaidon story! Let's
Oh.
check it out.
Wow, I almost missed it. I was looking up.
Maybe we should go. Paimon's heart is pounding like crazy.
It'd be like a, one of those like shadow puppet where you put like something right in front of a flashlight, shine on the ground.
You want to explore somewhere else? How about we finish the test of courage first?
Probably not where we need to go. This way.
Whew. This should be far enough.
Are you tired, Paimon? Do you want to take a break?
Yes, please. Let's rest here.
Ready?
Huh? Wait a minute. Was that statue always facing this way? The candles also went out. What's going on? Is something coming? Oh, let's get out of here.
Whoa, Paimon wasn't kidding. The statue really did move. Wonder how that works.
Yeah, I wonder. Probably some geo trick.
Wow, look at all the lanterns here. It's so beautiful. But now that I look closer, it seems like the lanterns are floating in midair. How is that possible?
That's definitely not normal.
Hey, can I borrow your shoulders for a second? You can give me a boost, and I'll pull one of them down.
No, now's not the time.
What's over here?
Hey, look what we have here. Isn't this the fan we're looking for?
That was fast.
Wow, it has such a beautiful design on it. Are those fireworks? It seems to be for some sort of festival. So, now that we've found this fan, does that mean we've won the second round of the test of courage? Let's bring it back.
Whew. Thank goodness it's over. Wonder if Ito's still out trying to capture those three from earlier. Paimon's a little worried about him. Why don't we have a look around?
Is there something else you need to take care of? I take the fan back then.
Thank you. That would help.
No need to thank me. It's been a blast doing the test of courage with you guys. I'd love to do it again.
Well, hopefully I don't.
I've got you now.
Ah! Just run! Don't worry about me!
Uh-oh. Looks like Ito from those
Don't
kids.
underestimate this, Oni. None of you are getting away today.
Hey, it's Ito. It looks like he captured those 3 we were looking for. Let's go see.
Yeah, I'm hoping I didn't miss too much if I found the fan a little bit early, but it's okay. Probably more of the same floating things and shadow stuff. You can find those kids. You're playing Sky Hotel. Cody Hotel? I don't know what that is. I never played or heard or played that before.
Wow, Ito, you really captured them.
Seriously, why didn't you run when I told you?
What are you saying? We couldn't abandon you?
Yeah, that's right. So just get on with it. And if you're gonna eat us, then you'll have to deal with all 3 of us.
Oh, Children of the Light. I think I have heard that before, but I haven't really seen it. So yeah, I don't know how exactly it plays like.
We won't back down, even if we're already in your stomach.
Who said we were going to eat you? Wait, are you the ghost of something tasty? And Ito, why are you so quiet all of a sudden?
I have a weird feeling that I've seen these 3 somewhere before.
Tasty ghost.
Ah, I know. These are all creatures from the Ultimate Yokai Field Guide that Granny used to show me. There's Yoko, Kappa, and Hitotsume Kozo. They're all yokai.
It sure took you long enough to notice.
Well, we recognized you right away. You're an Oni, aren't you? According to legends, Oni are grouchy, extremely strong, and crush other yokai into balls to eat them up.
The funny thing is, he's actually a real Oni. I think they might be thinking that he's like under some kind of disguise right now.
Oh, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Who came up with that? Besides, you're the ones people are scared of, hiding behind bushes and scaring people off the road. What are you trying to do here?
That was literally what he was doing.
Don't think I didn't see you, following him around and conjuring up all sorts of weird, scary stuff.
Aha! So it was you 3.
No, we weren't trying to scare anyone. We were just trying to,
Huh? Go ahead, you can tell us. Maybe we can help you.
Really? You're not mad?
Even though you scared the daylights out of Paimon a few times, it doesn't seem like you were doing it on purpose. Anyway, let's hear your side of the story, and Paimon will decide whether or not to forgive you.
Well, the truth is, we were planning a festival. One hosted by the yokai, but humans are also welcome to attend.
You mean the Mikawa Flower Festival?
Ah, the festival that A mentioned!
Mikawa Flower Festival. Huh, that does ring a bell. Oh, right, it used to be hosted by the top yokai. I heard it was supposed to be a lot of fun. I mean, not as fun as my almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drum-Along Festival, but still.
Yes, the Mikawa Flower Festival is our aspiration. But we know that our festival doesn't deserve that name.
They are base NPCs models wearing yokai masks.
The times of Yakiyako are long gone. We're just a bunch of little yokai living in the wilderness.
They're just role-playing. They're just role-playing really well. They're thinking that Ito's role-playing, but he's a real Oni.
As you can see, we lack the necessary yokai powers to put on such a grand festival. But we're determined to still reach out to humans and express our gratitude.
Huh? Gratitude? What do you mean?
You see, we live in the wilderness and are frequently attacked by monsters. They would come and stir up trouble on our land, forcing us to hand over our food. Sometimes, they would even get rough and leave us injured. But later, many human adventurers came into the wilderness and drove off the monsters, allowing us to live in peace.
Ah, I get it now. You want to repay the favor, but your powers are too puny.
They have some crazy backstory though.
Hey, don't let it get to ya. You might be a bunch of pipsqueaks, but you're all solid yokai in my book.
So, are you the ones who set up the Akitsu Yugen game on the beach?
Yup, that was us. Have you tried it yet? Isn't it fun?
Oh, it was them. It was them. So this little game that they're talking about is like I think it's Pong. You know, it's like you have a little board and the ball kind of goes around hitting other blocks and bricks blocks. That game, and they set up that game. It's funny because in this whole story is that game right now is kind of cursed. Where if someone plays that game, they're kind of locked or stuck inside that game, or they're stuck playing that game and they can't get out. People don't notice that person. They don't really see that person in playing that game. So it's weird. But if they set it up, then is those real yokai?
We drew inspiration from the legendary Akitsu Hazara. It took a lot of yokai power to set it up.
Huh.
After that, we didn't have much yokai power left, so we set up some stalls in the forest to add to the festival atmosphere.
We were just following you to see your reactions.
Is the Akitsu Yugen really that important? Why did you spend all of your yokai power to build it? Paimon would have taken the Traveler for a big meal if you had set up more food stalls.
Really?
To be honest, we've never met a human before, so we had no idea what you would like. We focused on building the Akitsu Yugen because of a legend we heard.
Ah, I know the one.
It's the story of yokai meeting a human during a festival hundreds of years ago. It's said that long ago, a human samurai once stumbled across the Mikawa Flower Festival.
What's a human doing here? We erected the barrier, didn't we? What a pain.
The yokai at the festival began discussing how to drive away the human. When suddenly, they heard a voice.
This is our festival, and the point is to have fun. What difference does it make if a human joins us yokai?
The speaker appeared to be a prominent figure among the yokai, and when he spoke, the other yokai fell silent.
You there, young man. Do you drink sake?
Yes, I do.
Ha! Then join us. We can enjoy tonight's festivities together.
And so, the yokai and samurai celebrated together. The two competed in the highlight of the festival, the Akitsu Hazara. Their spectacular game ended in a draw, and a new friendship was forged.
I can't believe a human could keep up with me.
Witnessing the dynamic powers of the yokai will certainly help hone my swordsmanship.
You're a swordsman?
Oh, yes. I'm currently traveling the world in search of formidable opponents.
Then let's make a deal. We meet for a duel every 10 years. What do you say?
I look forward to it.
Every 10 years.
Mikawa Flower Festival is meant to bring happiness to all who attend, and Akitsu Hazara is a symbol of friendship. That's why, when we decided to hold the festival here, setting up Akitsu Hazara was our first priority. Unfortunately, the real Akitsu Hazara has been lost to time. What we created is a version of the game we heard about from a wandering merchant, so we changed the name to Akitsu Yugen.
We heard that someone had been trapped in the Akitsu Yukai.
Yeah, but that wasn't us.
Huh?
We have no idea what could have gone wrong.
We closed Akitsu Yugen a while ago and carefully checked it for any issues. But we didn't find anything wrong with it. Maybe it was just some strange mishap caused by our unstable yokai power at the time.
Or maybe it's caused by another, like malicious yokai.
They don't look like they're lying. And believe me, I know a liar when I see one. Maybe it really was just an accident.
After that incident, people stopped coming to the attraction. Later, a human man with blue hair appeared and walked around the area.
He had a piercing gaze, I almost felt like he could see us. But then he turned and quickly left without saying anything.
Wait a minute. People can't see them? Normally? Like only me and Ito can?
It wasn't long before large numbers of people began coming to the Chinju forest. And visitors were playing Akitsu Yugen again. It was wonderful.
A human man with blue hair?
It must have been Ayato.
Now that you mention it, the fan that Ayato chose is the same kind that's used at a festival. Do you think that he knew about the yokai when he decided to hold the test of courage here?
Oh, so my bro Ayato is here for the test of courage too? Or maybe he's here to catch Oni Kabuto! Ha! Had I known that, I would have brought the one I caught a few days ago to battle him!
Wow! Ito's still clueless about who Ayato really is!
It's alright. No need to tell him for now.
Well, anyway, seems like all the strange things we saw earlier were caused by these little yokai, not ghosts! What a relief. And now that we know what's happening, the test of courage doesn't seem that scary after all!
Hey, you want to hang out with humans, right? I totally get that. After all, we yokai are becoming a rare breed these days. If all we do is isolate, we'll only feel more lonely. So why don't you let this Oni do you a favor, See, I'm a yokai too, right? And I'm already a natural in human society. I bet there's not a single person in Inazuma who hasn't heard of Arataki, the one and only Ito. Come on, let's go. I'll show you around.
Now that Paimon doesn't feel so scared anymore, maybe we can walk around the area. The yokai said they wanted to host a festival, but Paimon was too busy having the bejeebers scared out of her to pay any attention until now. Come to think of it, Paimon remembers seeing some festival-related items on the beach. Let's head over there and take a look. Maybe we can help out.
More mini games probably. We're checking out the next mini game that they have. I can show you the first mini game later too, the Fong-like game. Definitely interesting to have it here. I wasn't expecting that at all. Oh. Oh, we're back here again. Oh, that's the lady.
You're the strange lady we met before.
Oh, it's you two again. I have to say, I'm impressed by your willingness to approach me after last time. You're much braver than I thought. But I'm not going to let you off the hook so easily this time. If you don't leave, I'll...
You?
Nice try, but you don't scare us anymore. We just met your fellow yokai, and they told us everything.
Huh? Fellow yokai?
That's right. You're another little yokai who lives in the wilderness, aren't you? We just met Yoko, Kappa, and Hitotsume Kozo. So which type of yokai are you, Oh, let Paimon guess. Actually, Paimon has no idea what you are. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're on our way to play Akitsu Yugen. Care to join us?
Akitsu Yugen. Again, that game. How could this be happening now? All I needed was a little more time, and I could...
Huh? What's the matter? Are you not feeling well? Oh, maybe you're hungry. Or maybe you didn't sleep well. You look pretty exhausted.
She was searching for something the first time I came here. Or first time we bumped into her.
Don't worry. Ito has already taken your fellow yokai to meet some new friends. Everyone will get along just fine.
Ito's showing some of his better qualities this time. Yeah, we're your friends too.
Yeah, so there's no need to worry. Come on, let's go play Akitsu Yugen. We'll see who can finish the game the quickest. The loser will have to grant the winner a wish. already.
You think Paimon's gonna kill them accidentally? Okay. Looks like I'm forced to do one of these games anyways, so let's go ahead and give it a try. It doesn't really matter the characters as much who you pick, but it just matters on which elements you're picking. They do matter. So as long as I have a little bit of every element, I'm good. Let's see, do that. Azuha, so there you go. Ice, electric, pyro, and animal. And then modifier. There's new ones. There's a lot of new ones. Before I only had 2 in the beginning. After switching the character, bar may wait wider for 10 seconds. Every 30 hits, combo count, a wall will be created at the lower bound of the map to reflect any skill balls that impact it. It will last for 6 seconds. Oh, okay. There's more people playing together, then the requirement gets harder. Character movement speed 20%. Let's see. I kind of picked the first ones in the beginning, so there are less than 3 skill balls in the field. For every 30 hits, add to the combo count. 1 additional skill ball will be launched forward, and then random location. That does seem good to have multiple balls. It's just really hard to be able to keep up with all the balls when that's happening. For every 30 added to the combo count, generating a new brick will spawn a merit ball. One's based on combo. That one's like, isn't that based on combo as well? They both are kind of based on combo. But having 3 is kind of a bit much, so I think I want one of them. That's at max level. This isn't? Okay, let's try that one, and then we need a wider one. I think I have a wider one, does help. Speed is nice too. Protective wall. That one's like a safety measure. For every 30 hits added to the combo count. Oh, that's the catch. Okay, this doesn't really add another ball that could spawn, right? This adds something they can catch points wise. Let's do that, and then yeah, let's go ahead and make it a bit wider. Dude, I want speed. Let's go with speed. It's more consistent, so I don't have to worry about switching like so much of the time. Okay, let's give this a try. And go. Yep. Literally just punk. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Here, this is what I mean where it gets kind of hectic when you have multiple balls at the same time. Oh no. Our one's too quick. It's okay. As long as it has one ball going. Yeah, pretty easy overall.
Amazing! You cleared all the elemental cubes so quickly! Paimon thinks we got this in the bag! Alright, it's your turn!
Okay. Watch and learn.
She faster than me?
No way! She hit every cube in one shot and finished even faster than you, Traveler!
Wow.
Paimon's head is spinning after watching that! Did you see how she did it?
Yeah, I concede.
Even Even if the rules have changed a little, I would never lose to amateurs like you.
Oh, right. You're a yokai. You're the ones who created Akitsu Yugen. No wonder you're so good. Anyway, we'll keep our word. You can make a wish now. But before you say anything, we won't do anything that's clearly impossible or harmful to others.
A wish, huh? Then I wish that we never cross paths again.
What?
Wait, what? But didn't we just have a great time together?
That's precisely why. Don't ever come near me or speak to me again. Surely that's a wish you can fulfill, right? This is my final word of warning. If I ever see your faces again, I will... I'll steal your souls!
You totally made that up on the spot.
Scared now? Good! Then don't come here again!
Paimon doesn't get it. Did we do something wrong?
Maybe she just wants to be left alone. Everyone has their reasons.
Fair enough. But Paimon had a lot of fun playing Akitsu Yugen with her. It would be great if we could see her again. Anyway, let's go see how Ito's doing.
Is it fast for me to teleport? It's about an equal distance. Oh yeah, those are like some of the flying like lanterns right there.
So, you must be Hitatsume Kozo.
Yeah.
No need to be nervous. I'm Yuimiya, and I run Naganohara Fireworks.
Oh, I once saw some Naganohara fireworks. Even though I was watching from a distance, they were still so beautiful, bursting across the sky.
Really? Then the next time we meet, I'll bring some fireworks for us to launch together. It'll be fun.
Whoa, really? Thank you very much. And if I may ask, are you Lord Kaedehara Kazuha?
Yes, that's me. But I'm afraid that I'm no lord, just a wandering samurai.
I've seen you with your sword in the wilderness. You made quick work of many opponents with your amazing swordsmanship.
That must have been when I was trying to escape Inazuma. It wasn't as impressive as you make it seem. I had to face many trying situations before I was able to leave the islands. The head of the Kamisato clan also lent me his assistance at the time. By the way, this is his sister.
Oh, so you must be the one and only Shirasagi Himegimi. What an honor.
There's no need to be so formal.
I never imagined I'd ever meet someone as distinguished as you. I must be dreaming.
Hey, don't you want to go talk to them too?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm rather shy.
Apparently everybody can see these guys.
Really? Well, that's strange. You seemed completely fine when we were chatting.
I'm not sure why, but I feel so relaxed when talking with you, General Goro. Actually, I'm the most timid of the three of us. I hid for days the last time someone tossed a stone into the river. Sorry for rambling on. It's odd. I'm not normally like this.
It's okay. You can't excel at everything. The important thing is to have the courage to change.
Hey there. Chatting away, I see. Mind if I join you?
I've never seen a kappa before.
Oh, now you have.
Hello there.
Thank you for bringing so many amazing people to meet us, Ito.
It's nothing. Being the one and only means being the best, you know? Oh, I should mention that I even have my own gang, and every member has a special title.
Classic Ito! There you go, bragging about yourself again.
I don't know why he didn't bring the gang with him this time.
Don't confuse them. Everyone's here for the test of courage, not because you brought them here. Half the people here don't even know who you are.
Hey, this is my moment, Paimon. Don't ruin it for me.
Ito really isn't as cool as he claims to be.
He always likes to impress the kids.
When it comes to having connections in Inazuma, nobody can beat Paimon and the Traveler.
Oh, yeah? All right. Well, then let's have a little contest and see who knows the most people.
Sure, bring it on, Bullchecker Beetle Boy.
Please don't fight. Actually, I think you're both really amazing. And you also have a great friendship, just like Lord Kamai and the Samurai.
Well, of course. Boss!
Oh, there's a gang.
Oh, it's the boys! Ah, darn it. I was so caught up with the yokai that I forgot I was supposed to scare the daylights out of the gang. Boss! Hey, fellas. Look, I can explain.
Boss, we're sorry.
Hmm?
Wait, what now?
We shouldn't have ever doubted you, boss. You were right.
Yeah, the test of courage is terrifying. There are definitely ghosts here. I still get shivers just thinking about it. But the thrill was kind of fun.
Oh, well, I told you it would be an exhilarating experience, but no, none of you believed me. Anyway, no need to be too scared now. Let me tell you what's happening here. It turns out there aren't any ghosts here. All the scary stuff you saw was just a little misunderstanding we had with the yokai. Right?
Sorry, but I've never seen these three before. I'm not sure where you've been or what you've seen, but I don't think it had anything to do with us.
Whereas there's real ghosts here.
Huh?
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 Wait, hold on, little Yoko. You're kidding, right? Wait, you know, now's not really the time for that.
No, I'm serious. I really don't know what's going on.
But if it wasn't you guys, does that mean there are real ghosts out here?
Wait a minute. We did meet some lady who was all dressed up.
Oh, that's right. Paimon assumed she was a yokai too. And we even played Akitsu Yukin with her.
I'm not sure who it was you met. But we're the only three yokai who wanted to hold a festival here.
So she was a ghost?
Boss, save us!
They're scaredy cats.
Calm down. Everyone just calm down now.
What's all the noise about?
Oh, you're the Tenryou Commission's...
He's pretty much like a police officer.
Hazel!
There's nothing to fear. Even if there really is a ghost, only your noise would drive it away. Ito, you and your gang should go and inform the other contestants about the situation. Traveler, Paimon, please, come with me.
Funny, because when you tell the other contestants there are real ghosts or something weird happening here, then wouldn't they just be more scared?
Oh, okay.
Paimon somehow feels a little better now that Hazo's here.
Ask the members of staff. Hey, you wouldn't just reveal their secret, right? Hey, I could talk to everybody else here, I think.
Could the rumors be true then? Do strange phenomena really happen every time the test of courage is held? Please be careful.
Yep, I'll be careful. I'm not too scared of weird things happening.
Recite this to yourself. Keep your mind clear and at peace. Free your thoughts from spirits and ghosts. Those were Her Excellency's remarks in the directive. She once said, there is nothing to be afraid of as long as your conscience is clear.
Hmm.
Oh, if only Her Excellency were here. She would get to the bottom of all this in no time.
Funny thing is, technically is here. He's talking about Raiden, of course.
Don't freak out, boys. Whatever happens, I'll protect you.
You're the best, boss!
Yeah. Okay, let's go where we need to go. What in the mystery?
Hello? Miss Shy Maiden? Huh. Strange. She isn't here. Ah! What's this? Look, there's something written in red on the bulletin board! Round 3, item, Hagoita. Does this mean that the item we have to find in the 3rd round is a Hagoita?
The Shrine Maiden appears to be urging us to finish the 3rd round of the Test of Courage.
But where did she go? Has she been taken away by a ghost? Will Paimon be next? Oh, Paimon will never leave your side now.
The words are
Paimon.
scribbled hastily, but there's no evidence of a struggle. However, aren't there too many words written here?
What did you notice, Hazel?
I believe that the 3 items chosen for this 3-round contest were each selected by the 3 organizing parties. The Dongo Milk was chosen by the merchant who funded the event, and the fan was chosen by the Yashiro Commission, which provided the staff. So, does the Hagoita, which should have been chosen by the Grand Narukami Shrine, have any unique significance?
Let's worry about that later. The bigger question is, are we really going to join the 3rd round of the Test of Courage? Paimon would love to win the grand prize, but our safety comes first. How about we make a tactical retreat?
I mean, this is all about the Test of Courage, right? You're supposed to face your fears.
I still have my commission to complete, so I'll stay. Fear arises from mystery, and it's a detective's job to unearth the truth from the mystery.
Paimon somehow feels a little better after hearing you say that. Okay then, let's wait for a while. Maybe the Shrine Maiden had something to take care of and we'll be back soon.
Yeah, this is quite the mystery. Right now I don't have any idea what's going on. I just know that Shrine Maidens are trying to scare us with the whole event thing. So they're obviously tricking us with that, right? But something real could be happening right now. Or we're just having a misunderstanding and nothing real, nothing like superstitious is actually happening. And we're just misunderstanding something. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to continue the story until we have to wait the following day. Okay, if we just have to continue following the story, go to midnight. Just keep following the story so we can find out what's going on. Amazing, I think those yokai kids said about the game.
Please let me be your partner for the final round of the Test of Courage. I'd like your assistance with this investigation, since you two are the only ones who have seen the alleged ghost.
That's fine with Paimon. What do you think, Traveler?
Fine by me. You have any ideas so far, Hazel?
I have a few theories, but we don't have enough leads yet. There are some places I'd like to investigate first, so you two can accompany me.
Sure. Where would you like to start?
I want to go back to where we first met up. According to your accounts, you encountered the ghost there and passed out. I believe there may still be some clues there.
Do we really have to go there? What if we're walking into a trap?
Are you worried that she'll be waiting for us? If anything, that would make things easier.
I think what Paimon forgets is the times we encountered her, nothing bad really happened.
My worry is that we won't be able to find her. Honestly, it'd save me a lot of trouble if she were to show up on her own.
Wow, Hazel! You're fearless!
The more cases you see, the less afraid you become. Let's go.
Oh, we'll crack the mystery tonight. Probably the last thing I would do before I end the stream. If I get finished earlier, then I'll probably do some more of the minigame stuff.
This should be approximately where you first encountered the ghost. Of course, we cannot conclude whether the woman is actually a ghost or not at this point. But I'd like to go over everything that happened again. Do you recall anything she said at the time?
Let Paimon think. She warned us not to go near her, and she said if we didn't leave, our souls would become trapped here.
That part is probably made up.
Ooh, Paimon doesn't want to remember that moment. Paimon's shivering just thinking about it.
And then what happened?
Then, everything seemed to get darker, and Paimon started to feel dizzy. There were ghostly flames flickering all around, and Paimon saw some sort of black mist surrounding the ghost, and then Paimon passed out.
Based on your account, it does really seem like you've seen a ghost.
Really? It doesn't to me.
Exactly! So are you convinced it was a ghost now?
It's possible, but I'm more interested in what she's actually trying to achieve than what she is.
Yeah, she's trying to scare people away. Why?
Even if she is a ghost, as long as she possesses some sense of reason, then there must be some purpose behind her actions.
Wasn't she after our souls? She said that herself.
I think she was just trying to scare you.
Oh, you think so?
Think about it. If I had the ability to take your souls, then why go to the trouble of warning you over and over again? Besides, a ghost wouldn't have allowed you to walk away knowing about the secret of its powers.
That does make sense. Huh. Why didn't Paimon think of that?
Because you are always too scared to think straight?
I believe there are only two possibilities. The first is that she wanted to reap your souls, but there was some condition that had to be met. You know, like what we usually call a curse. But if you had really been cursed, then you would probably have noticed it by now. So, this is the less likely scenario. I believe she was just trying to scare you away.
But why would she want to scare us away? Oh, Paimon knows! Maybe she was trying to get us to quit so she could claim the Test of Courage prizes!
Well, was she registered as a contestant? Who would know her, right?
Oh! Probably not. So why does she want to scare us? Do you have any ideas, Hazel?
Based solely on your account, I don't believe she actually meant any harm. She just didn't want you to stay here. But this evidence alone is insufficient to make any valid assumptions. She could very well be guarding some treasure or covering up a crime.
Crime.
Though, my intuition is telling me that neither of these hypotheses are correct. Let's continue investigating the surrounding area.
Yeah. Hazel kind of has the same kind of thinking I do. Yeah, we know that she's trying to scare people away, but we don't know why. Or at least he hasn't really give us any hints. Oh, you talk to him? Oh, he's just thinking. Footprints. Yeah, just our footprints. Yeah, I don't think ghosts would leave footprints, right? Some branches that bend downward. Doesn't look that way to me, but okay.
Have you found any leads yet?
I noticed some branches that seems a little unusual. Oh, about like being scared so badly that you got knocked out. I don't think my character was scared, but something else knocked us out somehow. That didn't make sense to me. Maybe there's something dangerous going on.
Yeah, some tree branches seem like they were bent by something, but that's about it.
I see. After you left, I took a good look around the area. Aside from the bent branches, there are burn marks in some places, but that doesn't really tell us much. If only there was some more conclusive evidence.
Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, it's you guys! What are you all doing here?
We heard you were out searching for clues, and we wanted to help.
Oh, that's really brave of you.
Actually, we're also really unsure about what's happening here. We just asked the members of Mr. Ito's gang about what happened to them, and it sounded really scary.
It's kind of funny how yokais are being scared of other stories from humans, but okay.
That lady is either a nasty evil spirit or a formidable yokai. Either way, it's not good. But we still want to hold the Mikawa Flower Festival.
Uh-huh. We long admired the friendship between Lord Kamai and the samurai, which is why we want to hold the Mikawa Flower Festival, to return the favor we once received from the humans. Even though our powers are limited, we don't want this bond of friendship to vanish. The Mikawa Flower Festival is meant to be enjoyable for everyone.
The Chinju Forest covers a large area, so it'd be great to have more help in the investigation. Welcome to the team. Let's all do our best to figure out what's going on.
Don't worry, we're very familiar with the area. We won't miss any clues.
Yeah, they sound like they'll be some big help. Those kids are legitly yokai, because I remember at the very beginning in Inazuma, one of the main stories, one of like the shrine maidens that we met had a mask similar to like how they did, and she was technically not a normal human. She was technically like a ghost, so it could be something like that. But then again, she's a ghost of a human, so it's kind of weird that yokai could kind of look kind of human-ish, but maybe they took over, possess some kids. Maybe not. That'll be a bit much, right? Talk to the kids. What did you guys find? Anything?
Look what I found down by the river! Huh? What is it?
Is it a scrap of black cloth? I've never seen fabric like this before.
This is a piece of shade cloth.
Shade cloth?
Yeah, it can effectively block out light and is used in a variety of settings, including stage performances. There's a rough tear in the cloth, probably caused by a sharp stone, or maybe some branches.
Branches?
Suppose that a large shade cloth was originally hung from a tree, bending the branches. When the shade cloth was removed from the tree, perhaps one of the corners caught and the branches ripped it, causing a small piece of black cloth to fall into the river.
That's a pretty good deduction.
Either she didn't care, or she was in too great a hurry. Perhaps she had other things to handle at the time.
But why would she hang shade cloth in the trees?
I'm only speculating, but maybe she used it to create the atmosphere you experienced.
What do you mean?
Let's not worry about that for now. There's still many variables I haven't deduced yet. Next, I'd like to investigate the place where the Arataki gang encountered her. Do you know how to get there?
Oh, I know the way. I asked the gang members where their encounter with the ghost happened when we were chatting earlier. I'll take you there.
Good. Please lead the way. Let's go find out what's going on.
Oh, they're all kind of close by. That's the nice thing about this event.
This is the place. They claimed that as they passed through here, the area suddenly grew dark, and some ghostly flames appeared out of nowhere.
Huh. What a coincidence. We saw the very same thing.
Let's start by taking a look around the area, just as we did before.
You gonna solve this mystery of how those were created?
I found some sort of smashed ball under the tree. The inside of it looks like it was blackened by smoke, and it smells like fireworks.
Could have been fireworks. Fireworks can do that?
Judging from the burn marks left on the scene, the ghostly flames you saw were not created by yokai power. Rather, they appear to have been caused by something flammable. I'm not sure what, though.
Then wouldn't Yumiya know if that was the case?
There's some strange powder in the cracks of these stones. I picked some up and sniffed it to see what it is, and it made me really dizzy. Ugh, I'm so tired now.
Yeah, make it sound like it's fireworks.
Similar scare tactics. And she didn't have the time to completely hide the traces. I believe we're closing in on the truth now. I'm almost certain that the woman you encountered was not a ghost. She possesses no extraordinary powers. She was merely scaring people with some small props she had set up ahead of time.
Some small props? But can you really do all that with just some props? What we saw was absolutely terrifying.
First and foremost, the test of courage contributed to the unsettling atmosphere here.
That's true.
You were initially frightened by your first encounter with these 3 yokai, and then shortly after, you ran into the mysterious woman. It was natural for you to be on edge. Because you were already tensed up, you were breathing more rapidly and inhaled a lot of sleeping powder that she had sprinkled around the area. That is what caused you to feel dizzy.
I got drugged. Is that something okay for them to do for the test of courage? Sleeping powder?
That's when she pulled down the shade cloth and lit those so-called ghostly flames, creating a terrifying scene. That's the most likely explanation anyway.
So, it was all just a show?
She tricked us.
There is, however, still one loose end. The person who commissioned my investigation did become stranded on the beach as a result of some unusual power. That couldn't have been accomplished by just a few small props. But if she possesses such powers, why bother with the theatrics?
Oh, Paimon can't wrap her head around all this.
She can only use props to scare people in the forest, but she can use strange powers on the beach. Huh, I see. I think I've figured it out.
Oh, really?
That was fast.
If we rule out the potential of organized crime, then only one possibility remains. I know who the woman is. Let's go to the beach.
We'll come along too.
No. You should go back and tell the others not to be afraid and not waste their time searching the forest. The truth has surfaced. It's time to put an end to all the unnecessary panic and await the outcome of the test of courage.
Okay, but please be careful. If you run into any danger, simply call out our names. We'll be able to hear you.
There shouldn't be any danger now, but thank you anyway. Let's go. Let's search along the cliffside. If I'm not mistaken, there should be a chunk of earth that's unlike the others.
Cliffside? What's that chunk of earth have to do with all of this? I'm really puzzled. I have no idea right now what's going on. It's almost like, you know, like hearing this kind of Sherlock Holmes like type of mystery type of story, and it's not the case. They know exactly what happened and they're just looking for the final evidence to prove it. Okay. Over here?
I knew it. I knew that you would come find me here.
There she is. Paimon thought you were a yokai like the others, but they said they never seen you before. So, who are you? And why did you try to scare us?
I have already warned you never to speak to me. If you don't leave now, then...
Uh-oh. Get it, man, and she has kind of weird power.
Terrifying. Hazel, it sure doesn't seem like she's using any props this time.
Don't move. Just trust me. Your yokai power won't scare us. It will only hasten your demise.
Yokai power?
Huh? How did you know?
You're a yokai that emerged from an object and assumed a human form outside of your own body. When this type of yokai is close to its own body, it can use some yokai power, but that ability weakens as it moves further away. And if the original body is destroyed, then the yokai that originated from it will likewise perish. Should I refer to you as a Hagoita spirit or Tsukumogami?
Don't bother. You may call me Hanyuda Chizuru. That is the name I go by now.
Chizuru, why do you want us to leave?
Oh.
If you're a yokai, you should understand why the other yokai want to interact with humans.
Well, I think obviously she wants to keep people away from the object she kind of is kind of part of, right?
Besides, we had a great time playing Akitsu Yugen together, didn't we? Just like the story of Kamai and the samurai.
Yes. That's why. That's why I don't want you to be sad too.
Hmm?
Sad? What do you mean?
I'm sure the yokai have already told you of the story about Kamai befriending the samurai.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't actually know the entire story.
There's more to it?
The samurai was about 25 years old when they met at the festival. They met again 10 years later and remained friends. They spent time together drinking, traveling, and sparring. When they had first met, they merely respected each other, but 10 years later, they became best friends. After another decade, the samurai had reached the pinnacle of his swordsmanship and won their duel by a narrow margin. Kamai was so astonished by his defeat, he gave up drinking and began training to become stronger for their next duel. However, another 10 years later, Kamai did not meet the samurai. As it turned out, war had broken out in the south, and the samurai had gone to defend the border. Kamai was unconcerned, because 10 years was nothing in a yokai's lifetime. But when they met once again, Kamai discovered that the samurai was already 65 years old. He couldn't believe his eyes when he saw the samurai's gray hair and scars covering his body.
Hey, old friend. Can you still wield the sword?
I'm getting too old to fight. This time, I've come to say goodbye.
Oh, that's sad.
I see.
Never got that duel.
How about one last game of Akitsu Hazara?
All right.
The samurai gave his best effort during the game, but had to quit halfway through because he was too weak. After putting down his Agoita, Kamai remained silent for a long time before letting out a long sigh.
What a shame.
Their friendship started as something they looked forward to, and in just a few decades it turned into regret. Lord Kamai's appearance hadn't changed, but his dear friend in front of him had grown old. The joys of friendship gradually gave way inflict the pain of regret. People often say that those outside the situation can see things more clearly. And I learned a harsh truth after witnessing all of it. Everything that people come to regret is inevitably set in motion from the beginning. We yokai are different from humans. We have longer lifespans and different natures, but we share the same world. We interact with one another. We are drawn to one another, and will eventually part ways. When the dream ends, all that is left are sorrowful memories and lingering pain. Even a wise and seasoned yokai like Kamai felt sadness when it was time to say goodbye. Imagine what a pure and kind little yokai would feel.
Oh.
So, you mean...
I was hiding on this beach, waiting for the last of my days. But those 3 yokai came and set up the Akitsu Yugen here, which woke me from my slumber. I didn't want them to approach humans with unbridled optimism and enthusiasm just because they'd heard the legend of Kamai and the samurai. That would simply be repeating the same mistake.
Is that why you pretended to be a ghost? To scare all the people away from here? Oh, so you must be the one who trapped that guy on the beach. That was a little bit harsh, don't you think?
My power has become pretty weak now, and most of the time I just use some props I've collected to scare people. I can't show myself when there are a lot of people around. But that jerk was greedy. He wanted to steal the decorations from Akitsu Yugen and sell them for a profit.
Huh?
That's why I used my yokai power, to teach him a lesson.
Ah, so that's what happened. You have a strong sense of justice.
So that's the whole story of why she trapped that guy.
By the way, how did you know the rest of the story about Kamai and the samurai?
It's okay if you don't want to tell us. I've already figured it out. Your true form is this pair of Hagoita, isn't it?
Oh, she's the Hagoita that they play at the very end. These are pretty much like ping pong paddles, right?
Hagoita? Oh, wait! So that means she's...
The pair of Hagoita used by Kamai and the human samurai to play Akitsu Hazura hundreds of years ago. You gradually developed sentience after being influenced by great yokai power. You were the closest to witness their story. Even with the yokai power's blessing, the Hagoita have started to rot away after hundreds of years. You can't sustain yourself, so you were forced to rely on props to scare people. And if my theory is correct, this pair of Hagoita is also the item we need to find for the 3rd round of the test of courage.
Excellent work. You figured it all out.
It's all because of Yaimiko. She's a fox, by the way, like a certain spirit fox.
Congratulations, little ones. You've passed the 3rd round of the test of courage.
Miko? And the Shrine Maiden? Paimon thought you went missing.
I apologize for causing you concern. It was actually Lady Yai's idea. Well, what did you think? Were you scared? Because fear is induced by uncertainty, the more chaotic the situation, the better. Having the event staff also mysteriously vanish only added to the uncertainty. I must say, I think this test of courage truly lived up to its name.
It wasn't as scary, but it was definitely really hard to track what's going on when there's a lot of things that were being thrown into the mix of the story.
So you're the one responsible for all the scary stuff.
Hitomi, go tell the others that the test of courage has ended and that we have a winner.
Now that I've solved the mystery, I'm going back to meet with my client. The intent to steal is not exactly a serious crime, but it can't go unpunished.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's still in trouble. The guy that was stuck.
I'll see you two later.
Nico, did you choose the Hagoita for the third round of the test of courage because you already knew about Chizuru?
Miko, Lady Yae, you're...
I followed Kitsune Saigu around the Mikawa Flower Festival one year and saw her play Akitsu Hazura. That was when I saw you. You didn't have a human form at the time and possessed only the earliest traces of sentience.
I remember now. You were on Kitsune Saigu's shoulder.
I went for a stroll on the beach some time ago and sensed a familiar yokai power. Though your power was weak, I was still able to find you. You were sitting in a tree, gazing at the tourists below. I overheard you telling yourself that you must be patient and avoid contact with humans.
Huh? When was that? I didn't notice you at all.
With your powers being so diminished, it was only natural that you didn't notice me. You must have been blaming yourself all this time. You knew Kamai and the samurai became friends as a result of Akitsu Hazura, a game connected to your existence.
At the time, I couldn't take on a human form like this. I had only a hazy sense of the outer world. After they first met at the Mikawa Flower Festival, I felt proud to know that I had left a mark on their story. But after they said their final goodbyes, I could often hear Kamai sighing to himself. I couldn't help but hide, because I blamed myself. When I woke up again, the world had changed. Lady Yae, you are a well-known yokai. You must know many more things than I do. So I have a question for you. People meet, become friends, and then go their separate ways. After such a short time, they leave only regret and sadness in their wake. Is it really worthwhile for us yokai to interact with humans?
Why not? Tell me, how did you feel when you played Akitsu Yugen with the Traveler?
I felt happy, but...
But your rationality told you that it was wrong, didn't it? It turns out that there is still another piece to the story of Kamai and the samurai that you are missing.
What do you mean? The samurai and Kamai never met again.
I bet you the samurai had kids, right?
True, but the story doesn't end there. That samurai's name was Yanagibashi Takuto, who also happens to be the founder of the Soran Ishin art.
Oh, he would have taught it to other people, other disciples.
It is believed that Takuto developed this style of swordsmanship while dueling with Kamai, who had also befriended the third-generation heir of the Soran Ishin art, Tominaga Masanari. 500 years ago, Kamai and Tominaga fought side by side until their final moments, and the sword Tominaga wielded was passed down from Yanagibashi. The regret Kamai once felt had finally been resolved.
Oh. I never knew.
We yokai are not like humans. Humans have too short a lifespan, and the day will inevitably come when we must say goodbye. However, the bond formed by friendship will not be broken, but rather carried on in a new form. There's no reason to be upset by this. Time flies by in an instant, and life passes by like a dream. So, you must be happy in the present. You should understand what I mean now.
Hey, compadres!
Ito, what are you doing here?
He told me everything. And I also heard that you won the last round.
Mm-hmm.
I even know who the ghost lady is now. Anyway, I had a little discussion with the others, and, Hey, you're that fox lady. Why are you here?
Please just disregard my presence. Now, tell us what you discussed.
Ah, right. All right, listen up. To celebrate the end of the Test of Courage event, we will be holding the Mikawa Flower Festival. I gave it some real thought and realized that it might be kind of difficult for those little yokai to hold the festival on their own. But with my help, it won't be a problem. That's right. Arataki, the one and only Ito, will be in charge of organizing the best Mikawa Flower Festival anyone's ever seen.
Is it just more Pong?
Hooray for Ito!
Oh.
Can we really trust this guy with the festival?
I mean, he did do the drum festival, but he kind of disappeared midway through it. But, I mean, he has some festival experience.
Hey, what you trying to say? Besides, it won't just be me. Other people will help too. Even my bro Ayato is gonna be there. Everyone's busy getting ready, and the festival will be up and running in no time. It won't be long until you can all join the fun.
He kind of sucked at doing festivals. I mean, maybe he did, but the people he knows and stuff, they helped out.
You're the best, Ito!
Yeah, in the end, it's all about connection, and that's what he has. Okay, so it's just gonna be more official instead of being like a scary type of event.
And what would a festival be without me? I'll be sure to go have a look too. It has been some time since I've attended a festival. Fortunately, I brought sake with me.
Paimon's gotta admit, Ito does have his moments. A festival, delicious food, count Paimon in!
Do you want to join us, Chizuru?
All right, I'll join. If you don't mind, that is.
Yeah, she's a master.
Started! Let's go check it out!
She's the master of the game because she's been like a ping pong paddle this whole time. So that's not too surprising. Kind of interesting kind of lore about her story. Okay. So let's see what this whole festival is all about.
Ito and Goro! What are you two talking about?
Oh, I was just saying that if I had more time, I'd have built a massive fishing pond here.
Fishing? You know, when I lived on Watatsumi Island, I used to just dive into the sea and catch fish with my bare hands.
Yeah, she did have a raspy voice, but I guess she doesn't talk so often considering she's a paddle.
Take it from an expert, using your hands to catch fish is nowhere near as fun as using a fishing rod. Just the other day, I caught a fish so big that I didn't even know how to handle it. I even wrote a letter to Yae Publishing House about it.
That's an unusual problem to have.
Huh? A big fish? How come you didn't tell us? Paimon could have helped you eat it!
Huh? You wrote a letter to Yae Publishing House?
Wait, yeah, can he write?
Oh, you bet I did. I wrote to the That's Life column and asked Miss Hina for advice. She's so amazing. She got back to me really quickly, too.
Oh my god. Miss Hina, it's technically Goro. I mean, this guy right here, they're just talking to each other. Are they pen pals this whole time?
Huh, what a coincidence. I do some part-time work there, and I recently received a similar letter.
Oh god.
You mean the letter was about dealing with a giant fish they caught? No. Could it be?
Oh no. Is he gonna really find out right now? I think Ito is a big fan of Miss Hina, who's, you know, was a cross-dressing girl this whole time that Yae forced him to do when he doesn't want to do that job. So, I mean, it's Ito. He can't really figure this out or connect the dots, can he?
Could it be that there's someone as good at fishing as I am? Oh, not on my watch. Hey, you all go enjoy the festival. I'm gonna get out there and catch an even bigger fish.
Whew.
Just you wait. I'll be inviting you all to my fish feast.
Yeah, I knew it. He can't figure it out. That was some funny revelation, though.
Aw, the string snapped. I was so close. Yoimiya, this is more difficult than it looks. Can you really fish out these water balloons with a string?
Don't worry. Let me show you a little trick. Just remember that your hand has to be quick.
Yo-Yo Tsuri! Paimon's seen this game in some light novels before.
Oh, more mini games.
Do you want to give it a shot? Close one eye, aim carefully, and fish it out quickly.
Oh, it looks kinda tricky. Paimon will let the traveler try. You have to catch at least 3 water balloons since there's 3 of us.
Oh, really?
But Yoimiya, if I close one eye, I won't be able to see anything.
That's a good point.
This ramen is so good.
Oh my god, it's making me want ramen just by hearing about it.
Yes, it feels like it's been ages since the last time I had some.
You mean you don't get to eat ramen very often, Ayaka? But it's so delicious!
Oh, it's you. We'll need 2 more bowls of ramen, please. Food like ramen and hot pot tend to have a lot of oil and salt, so I don't get to eat them very often.
Yeah, I guess too much is kind of bad for you.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, now Paimon totally gets why Ayaka would put cake into hot pot.
Huh?
That's the first I heard of that.
Please, no need to bring that up again.
Yeah, it's been a long time, I guess.
Phew, I'm stuffed and feeling a little sleepy. I'm just gonna take a nap.
By the way, were there any special stalls at yokai festivals in the past?
Yes, but... well, it's a long story.
Oh, it wasn't that long, huh?
Paimon can't believe you couldn't get a single water balloon. You've gotten rusty.
I'm sorry, Paimon.
Chizuru managed to finally get one and gave it to Hitotsume Kozo.
He looked like he really wanted it.
But Paimon wanted one too.
All right, then I'll catch one for you next time.
She's just a master of all these little mini games.
Yay!
Come on now, this is way more expensive than usual. Even if it is a festival, you shouldn't hike up the prices this much.
Hey now, it costs money to run a stall. I need to raise my prices to help cover the expenses, you know?
Fair enough. How about 5 masks for 30% off? Final offer.
Alright, alright.
Yeah, they would be haggling.
It's so hot. Feels like I'm being roasted here.
Don't get too close. It's better to keep a few steps back.
I know. It's just so rare to see such a nice bonfire. I want to get as close as I can to enjoy it.
What's the worst thing you could put in a hot pot? Well, it was Toma, right? Wasn't it Toma who has some weird things you put in the hot pot? I don't know. Tarantula?
There are many beautiful things in the world. There's no need to be anxious. The festival has only just begun.
I was surprised that you didn't even tell your sister. It seems she was quite frightened, too.
It would have been uninteresting had I told her what was going to happen ahead of time.
I say tarantula, but technically some people would probably enjoy that. Probably would be similar to like soft shell crab, right? That I eat before, so... I don't know. I never had tarantula, but... I don't know. Maybe it could be really good.
Besides, with her friends by her side, she wouldn't ever be too scared. Having a little fright is good to release any tension she might have accumulated lately.
Everything went according to plan. People started to panic as soon as they sensed that they had no idea what was happening. How amusing.
Yes, well done.
actually kind of scary when these two are actually planned together.
Hey, you two, stop laughing! It was scary!
Have you finished exploring the festival?
Just about.
Well then, are you having a good time?
Yeah, it's great!
The original Mikawa Flower Festival was much more lively, but even if you could attend the original, you probably wouldn't be as happy as you are now. Because it's always more fun to enjoy a festival with friends, isn't it?
That's a good point.
Yes. Thank you. Well then, I'm guessing you have something you want to say to him alone? We'll leave you in peace.
What did you want to say to us?
Ah, you saw through me again. I can't help but feel you somehow know everything.
It's not that I know everything. It's just that I've been in your position before.
Yeah, she has been in a position where a lot of people just, kind of outgrew her. Since she's a yokai, and most of her friends back then are human, so yeah, I've seen people come and go over the years.
Traveler, do you have a moment? I'd like to talk to you. Alone on the beach.
It almost sounds like a romance type of setting, but it's kind of a weird thought to me that I'm talking to some ping pong paddles, but sure. Guess we'll hear her out. The final part of the event. Not trying to get distracted by all these. The Ganondorma.
All right, here will do. Thank you for agreeing to come with me.
Don't mention it.
Actually, I was delighted when I first discovered that I could take on a human form. I was a yokai derived from a pair of Hagoita who came into being in the middle of a festival, so naturally I enjoyed the lively festival atmosphere. I wanted to go to more festivals, become friends with humans, and play Akitsu Yugen with them. But every evening, as night began to set in, I'd recall the bitter smile of the old samurai as he set down the Hagoita, and the lonely Kamai sighing as he drank his sake. Then I would wonder, if I became friends with a human, would that person experience the same melancholy in the future? As a result, I was convinced that I couldn't do it. I told myself I would not repeat that same mistake.
I understand what you mean.
I'm sorry that I spoke so strangely when we first met. I'm sure it must have scared you. I expected you to flee in terror. But when we met again, you acted like you had no trouble being around me. I knew you mistook me as one of the yokai. But instead of telling you the truth, I went and played Akitsu Yugen with you.
Why?
I'm not completely sure myself. Perhaps it's because I've always wanted to be like Kamai and play Akitsu Yugen with humans. Or perhaps it was because I knew I didn't have much time left, and I didn't want to be alone. Anyway, thank you for taking the time to play with me. When we played Akitsu Yugen, Paimon said the loser would have to grant the winner a wish. At the time, I wished for us to never cross paths again. However, you still came and found me. Meaning, you never granted my wish. So, can I make another wish?
Of course.
Let me think. I wish for you to remember me. No. I only have one wish, so I better make it count. Okay. Listen carefully. My wish is... I wish that every day of your journey ahead will be filled with joy, like a festival.
wasn't really a love story, but it definitely felt it kind of went around the same kind of way. It was like one of those like love story where the person's like sick and they're about to die. What was it 100 liter tears? Something like that? That's what it totally reminds me of that. But yeah, she didn't have much power left and it was gonna disappear, so I guess it kind of weird that that Elytra was there where we were at. But anyway, yeah, I guess that's how this whole story ends. But overall, it's a touching story. Kind of makes you wonder, like, what, you know, what keeps yokai. Well, I don't think she's totally gone. It's more like she's kind of more asleep, right? Because she's been powered by the power of festivities, and she's just used up most of it already. But yeah, it kind of makes you wonder what kind of like keeps yokais kind of going, and maybe it has to do with faith. I don't know. And while other ones are kind of a bit weaker. Anyways, is that really it for the story? I think so. I think we're done with the story. And that's part of the reason why they made this event kind of playable with your friends. That you can play in multiplayer. Oh, there seems to be multiple type of, yeah. I have no idea what all this is, but this seems to be all different types of mini games. And I don't know if I'm gonna do it all on stream. Yeah, I might have to check them out first. So far, I only know this one right here. Kind of want to see Mayhem, Tempor. Oh no, they're just all this game. They're all this. They're just different kind of stages. So I just needed to kind of complete both the multiplayer and the, I think some more single player. You guys kind of saw what it was like already when I had to do one part of the story, so I won't do them here for now. I know if I can gather some people, some other affinity members to kind of join me to do this together, then yeah, that'd be interesting, right? I can try to do that, but we'll see. It is the holidays, so it might be kind of hard to kind of get everybody around this time right now. I guess I could save this since this is still going on for 12 days for next time I stream. And then the stream afterwards, I can kind of start focusing on trying to do the main story, 3.3 story that came out that I have yet to touch. But for now, I think this is a good time to stop the stream. Like, we had a really good that was actually a really touching story that I was not expecting from this at all. Yeah, you could definitely feel like I could definitely felt sad a bit, right, when you learned that that samurai was getting too old. That guy was spent a lot of time training just to kind of be disappointed that he never got to test himself out. But
I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often.
in the end, it ended pretty well, right? Where I guess he did eventually find one of the samurai's disciples in the future. It's not exactly the same, but I guess it's the next best thing. And yeah, you just gotta see the. I guess you gotta think more positively when you think about these kind of stories, right? It doesn't always end in sadness all the time. Kind of sad that, yeah, sure, she, you know, that lady, she's Zero. This is for an end, but she might be there in the future. Can't really promise it, but wouldn't be surprised we see her in the future, like next year or something, or maybe 3 years from now. I can still talk to them.
When Ayato approached me about holding the Test of Courage event, it dawned on me that this would be the perfect opportunity to help Chizuru face her problem. Kamai and the samurai's parting was one of the first things she experienced when she was partially sentient and didn't have her human form yet. This was a very traumatic experience for her, and she could never come to grips with it by reasoning alone. The best option for her was to directly interact with humans. There's no need to feel sad. I believe she was content when she left us.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I don't understand what's the difference between like her, who's a yokai, and all the other yokais that she's kind of like almost like safe keep. Like, there's a bunch of yokais that kind of disappeared, but they're kind of at the same time kind of little remnants of them. Okay, Atu, what do you have to say about all this?
So,
be quiet.
Did you enjoy the test of courage? Once I learned of the yokai's intentions to hold a festival, I wanted to spread the word and attract people to their event. However, it occurred to me that doing so might be overly ambitious. If we marketed the Mikawa Flower Festival from the get-go, people would have arrived with insatiably high expectations. So I decided on using the test of courage's notoriety to attract visitors, and left the rest to the yokai. I had an inkling that their presence would spice up the event.
Yep, I mean, overall their plan worked, right? Up to 0, and next they just resetted. And got this festival going. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to each of the other characters before we end the stream. See what everybody else is doing.
I've grown taller.
If only. I didn't know.
So tall. Everyone else looks so tiny now.
Didn't know she has a kind of wish like that. How are you doing, Yoimiya?
Every year when the fireworks go off, I say to myself, another year has already passed. As each year passes by, your life gradually approaches its end. But I don't think that's a bad thing. Like I always say, fireworks are for now, but friends are forever.
Yeah, that is definitely true. Will you be here for the next Mikawa Festival? I probably would be. If there isn't another one next year.
After hearing Chizuru describe the original Mikawa Flower Festival, I wanted to arrange another chance to talk with her about it. I didn't expect that would be our last conversation.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I kind of took the her last talk. You're the one that was scared of all this, right? Well, if it was separate every day, then it wouldn't be special anymore. Been practicing for a really long time, so I actually actually scaring people. I can finally take a break from that now. Yeah, she did a not so bad job at it.
Lifespans, partings, it really gets you thinking, doesn't it? But, I got nothing. Alls I know is I'll never regret meeting you.
Yeah, hopefully.
It was, heartbreaking to learn of Chizuru's story.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I experienced that same kind of sorrow when I'm on the battlefield. I don't know when I'll lose my comrades, so I try to appreciate every moment.
Yeah, that's a good way to go at it. Artistic bargaining?
Even though I knew my lord had most likely planned everything before the test of courage even began, I was still caught off guard. But in retrospect, it was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Good story. Almost running out of stock. I see a lot of mass behind you. The water balloon. Okay. These are the last two.
Will you have some time in the next few days, Kazuha? I'd like you to work on a case with me. Oh, did you run into some trouble? Not exactly. It's just an old case with almost no tangible leads. But I believe your attuned sense of nature might allow us to discover some new clues. Sure. I can stay after the festival and we can go investigate together. Great. Thank you. My pleasure. It's no trouble at all.
They're gonna form an animal boy gang. Okay. So yeah. So nice little story. Just a little bit of mini games left, and then we can finally do some detours and do some character story, and then finally hit the main story. So that's what you can expect next time for Genshin. Again, I'm gonna be planning to do rotating between Pokemon and Genshin, because there are still stuff I need to do on Pokemon still, like catching the legendary Pokemons, right, that I haven't caught yet. So that'll be the main focus on the next Pokemon stream. Then it'll be Genshin afterwards, and again, I'll be doing character stories because the main story for me is kind of blocked. It's locked because, yeah, some of the character stories are being blocking the way. So I need to kind of handle that first. Honestly, Goro doing that is similar to samurais, savoring every piece of their food because I might eat the last. Yeah.
So this is a day in the life of the traveler.
Yeah, I need to kind of
Learning more about you all the time.
clear my food more often. I guess if you were like, yeah, in like combat a lot, then you would. I get that. I guess because we feel a lot safer nowadays, you kind of take food for granted nowadays. But I still try to enjoy my food. I think I do. Probably not as much as a samurai would, but yeah. Okay. This is where I'm gonna wrap it up. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys later. NoukonNeko signing out. Bye bye.